Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Semi-Perfect Podcast on this December 1st. It is Christmas time.
It's Christmas!
And we want to welcome you all in. You'll notice a new look to the Semi-Perfect Podcast, Sarah, because we got new art.
Yeah, we got, this is one of the new arts that we got from PRGC-KS on Twitter.
I love it.
Thank you so much.
Yay!
Yeah, it's great.
Finally added.
Yeah.
Finally.
Welcome.
I don't have to edit myself in later on and feel better about myself.
Now what this means, Jax, is now you can never leave.
Oh no! I'm stuck.
Example, Gabe. He can't leave either.
Yeah, he's perfectly stuck.
Yeah, I saw Gabe this weekend.
Yeah.
I stayed at Gabe's house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He's still alive.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So, welcome in, everybody. We made it into December 2021. Yeah. For some, they would argue that, no, this must be December 2020.
Yeah, it's December 2020. What are you talking about?
What year did we miss? Welcome in here. I think we got some topics. Sarah, do we have a
We don't have a lot. Like, I've got two movies that you and I have seen that we could potentially talk about. But if a lot of people haven't seen it, we can do a non-spoilery talk.
Okay. So does that mean potentially that we might do something? I don't know.
I have not coordinated anything Jaxbox related.
Okay. We haven't done any coordination for the first time here on Semi-Perfect Podcast. Unbelievable.
I'm sure we will fill the time.
We'll
Insanity.
Yes. We got a super chat. Anime guys say Nora isn't here today, so you can go all out.
Yeah. Well,
It's
so
her
Nora
birthday
isn't here
today,
because
though.
she's celebrating
Happy birthday,
her
Nora.
birthday.
Happy
birthday, Nora.
Happy birthday, Nora.
We'd sing, but you're not here. So, we won't. But no, Nora's always been a faithful viewer. Probably always hinging on the hope that Gabe will be on a show. And more often than not, disappointed. So, but, yeah.
Just like the show.
Yeah. You know.
We never know if he's going to be here or not.
I never know. But yeah, so
sometimes you wonder.
I always
Do we want to take a look at the other art that we got?
show me the money.
All right, here's the other art.
Ooh,
Nice.
Christina Booth.
very
On Twitter.
nice. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. No. So this was pretty cool.
I love it.
We're always excited when we get art, and I always
Glad that Gabe has a fedora and he can.
It's more of a bucket hat than a fedora, but yeah, I see what you're after.
you know, Gabe with his fishing tendencies.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, these are great. So thank you to both of the artists for putting those together for us. We love them. We love both of them, and we'll be sure to utilize them with our show, as well as the past art that we've gotten. We're always thankful for all the goodies that our viewers provide. So thank you all for those. I see Sarah looking at my lips because they're chapped.
They're so chapped.
I know.
You poor thing.
Yeah.
Is your lip balm not doing anything for you?
No, actually, it feels much better today.
Okay, good.
So now it's like it's in the healing process where it's shedding the bad part of my lips.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, I saw Gabe this weekend. Out
Your lips are falling off?
Yeah. I was kissing him so much.
Yeah.
But no, I was out in Tucson and it got really windy on the second day, and I think that's what ended up attacking my lips.
Yeah.
So.
Plus, it's been really windy here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So we've been dealing with the wind. But we'll get into more of that. First off, let's introduce who else is here. Sarah's here.
Hi.
I'm ACRacebest. Joining us is Jaxblade,
Booyah. Hi.
Paleo,
Hello.
PanamaMatt,
Howdy.
Saberspark,
Hello.
and Laura.
Hi.
Hello. So thank you all for joining us, and thank you to our live audience as well as those that are going to be watching on delay. Now, Sarah, have we made all the
Quick
posts?
question.
Yeah. Yes.
We can revisit it. Kyle Busch. I want to talk to you about Kyle Busch here later. All right.
Okay.
Cool.
You want to just hit it up now since you brought it up?
Yeah. So Laura and I were watching. There's a channel we follow called All Gas No Brakes. Great.
It's now Channel 5 News with Andrew Kelly.
You would like him a lot, Race, because this guy does what you do with like the Battle of Vegas.
I am
where,
familiar. Yes. With
it looks like Loyal Brony with a little bit of a looks a bit like Loyal with a little bit of Borat going on, but the guy goes around and like will go to like very extraordinary gatherings, and whether it be like crazy or explosive with its like energy or both, but we go to Talladega, and he went to it recently, and all the people there were like, fuck Joe Biden, fuck Kyle Busch, and I'm like, who's Kyle Busch? Which they kind of explain in there, but I was like, look, I gotta ask Race about Kyle Busch tonight. So what's the story with NASCAR and how some of these people just despise this man?
So Kyle Busch is arguably, and it's not much of an argument, probably the most polarizing driver there is. Like, there's no in between with him. You are either a full-on committed fan of his because of his attitude and his racing, or you absolutely hate him because he's one of those people who off the track, let's say away from the track, he does some good things, I think, with charity and whatnot, and people would argue like, oh man, what a great guy. But you get him near a racetrack, in my opinion, oh my God, I do not like him. I do not like him. I do not mind. It's fun. It's fun being at the racetrack. If there's a driver that I'm either neutral with or don't like, and everyone's booing, I'll always join in with the booing because I always find that just hilarious. I was at Phoenix recently, and we were all booing Denny Hamlin, who's a teammate to Kyle Busch. But no, Kyle has a history. He's one of those people who, if he finishes second, he's pissed off at everybody. If he could be leading the race and he's screaming at his crew, and he could have the smallest thing go wrong, and he starts screaming on the radio about the car's done, we're worthless, everything sucks, these cars suck, NASCAR sucks, the sport sucks, the fans suck, everyone sucks. And some people love him for that.
It's terrible.
Most people hate him for that. And I had some drivers that so he owns a truck team, which is like the third tier of NASCAR, and he owns a team there, and I had a driver that was going through his program, and I've never seen an owner do this where he got into a press release and started. Like, this was like 3 races into the season. Granted, there's 25 races in the season, 23 to 25. And he, 3 races in, starts talking about how terrible his drivers are. And I'm like, what fucking owner does this? And people are like, oh, he's trying to inspire them. I'm like, no, fuckers. You don't inspire them by blasting them publicly. Like, you can tell them to their face behind the garage, like, hey, dude, you're sucking. You gotta pick it up. You don't tell everyone else, typically, unless you're Kyle Busch, oh yeah, my equipment's fine. They're the ones who are bad. My stuff's good. I'm like, fuck this guy. And actually, what I loved was my driver ended up winning a race that season. And when he won the race, as he was crossing the start-finish line, he yelled over the radio, Kyle Busch, stay in your fucking motorhome. And I was like, yes.
NASCAR passion. Did I just come into?
Beautiful conversation, Hero.
Hi, Hero.
Yeah. So he's a heel. He is a major heel of the sport, polarizing. But he's the kind of person who has the talent to back up his cockiness and his shit, and so it's not like he's an easy one to get rid of, and he knows it, and I think that's part of what pisses people off. So, yeah,
that's crazy.
I'm glad you asked. And it's funny because occasionally, there are people who really like Kyle Busch, and there are people who really hate Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
So, to each their own. But if you like Kyle Busch, I can't help you.
Well, I appreciate the explanation. Thank you.
Absolutely. Like I said, I appreciate the question. By the way, want to say hello to Hirosashii, who just slipped in here.
Slipped in.
You slid into our DMs.
Discord messages.
So, before we get into food posts, I actually have another thing. Has anyone heard this, I guess, spreading Kansas joke?
No.
Not yet.
Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
No.
Like, I guess it starts off with someone telling like some, person who doesn't know that the punchline's coming. And so did you know that that Kentucky is the only state that starts with K? And then the person typically responds, if they think about it long enough or short enough, what about Kansas? And then I guess the person responds, Kansas dick fit in your mouth.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. That's why I let you play it out.
I had my coworker from China, right, who's still figuring out English, walks over to me today, and he's asking me,
oh no,
because there was no punchline in the video that he showed me. It just like the guy like paused and stared at the camera. And then like everyone's supposed to know the punchline, and he's like, "What's the joke here?" And I'm like, "I have no idea what this is." And then someone explained it. Someone else got to explain that joke at my workplace, and I was still like, "Okay, I'm slipping now, guys. My humor is slipping from the new generations." But I don't know if that's.
Some might say that's a good thing. No.
Yeah.
I still remember the first time I had to Google what yeet meant, so I understand what it means.
I still don't. I mean, I use it,
Just
but
the noise. It's just what you say when you're throwing something.
Yeah, yeet.
I remember when I had to look up a butt for.
Yep.
I remember when I had to look up.
Dang, I didn't get anyone.
Nah, I knew it was just nice try, Matt. A valiant effort, Matt.
I feel like I'm the only.
Gotta cast the line into the water. Sometimes they'll bite.
Yeah.
I specifically just like recently, like really recently, I was just like, wow, I get none of it. Like I think even less than most of y'all because I see y'all retweeting it. So I'm like,
there's certain things that make sense, like with like, oh yeah, my whip. It's like, oh yeah, you whip like you whip a horse. That's your ride. But like,
well, I thought you were talking about like getting whipped.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, what are you trying to say? Huh?
But the other thing is like with a more recent one is your drip, which is like your outfit.
More recent? What?
Your drip.
Yeah,
your
like
drip.
over the past few years.
If someone talked about their drip, I'd say go to the doctor.
People have been saying drip for a long time.
Yeah, well, Hero, like I think with me, well, because like the whole thing with drip, I've heard drip for such a long time, but like I just realized like when talking to y'all, I code switch so much when talking to my black friends. Like shit, you're gonna believe this shit, bro. Like, and so it's just like it's such a different thing now. So it's just like, oh, of course,
really, like, my drip, and you're like, you're what, sir?
What's the wait? Isn't there
Can you help a brother out?
Jax, I think you can explain. I don't know. Someone, what's the like? Instead of saying gonna, you say like finna,
yeah.
But isn't that like
I'm gonna do this?
Like it?
Yeah, like you're fixing to.
I'm
It's just
fixing to
like
do something.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
God,
like
really is more black than-
yeah.
No, I know. Yeah. Well, that's why.
You're right to the cookout. That's You're right.
See, yeah, I'm.
You know what a dub is, Race?
A what?
A dub. Besides, like
you
an
know what a
anime
dub
dub.
is?
Yeah,
A
besides
dub,
an anime
like a
dub.
W, like you win.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go. That's what it is.
No, but like legit, I feel like I am falling way behind. Not on like not on like vernacular or anything. I'm sorry, that's a word I had to choose. Any other word, but like legitimately,
Slang?
Like there's
All this slang trying to fit in your cranium,
I think it's an NFT. There's like a picture of a monkey or something. I'm like, what the fuck's the monkey? Like,
Yeah, that's a whole different thing.
I know, but
Traceable
still.
illustration.
And also, there's like Zeus or something, like some picture of Zeus or something that's going around, or some like Greek god or something. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Are you talking about the pondering the orb? Meme?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
The fucking wizard
meme.
Oh.
Usually, like when memes come about, like I get the introduction and then they evolve, but I was just slapped straight into the middle of this one.
Yeah.
I'm pondering the
Hero,
orb.
thank you for making me realize
Pondering.
I'm not the only one.
I have no idea, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of substance in those shits. Just like use a bunch of vernacular. Just change your vernacular.
Like legit. I was like sitting there for too long thinking of the word. I was like, it's too silent. I'm just gonna throw the word that I can think of for some stupid reason off the top of my head. I hate that.
No, you know what, something, and Hero, this is not racing at all, but like I just love when like freaking like you hear like hood black people say like very exquisite like they have very exquisite vocabulary. Like it's just like, yeah, I can't believe they had this homosexual rigmarole with what they were going about. It's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like shit, cuz, like what the
What
fuck?
is a rigmarole?
A
Well, rigmarole, it's like shenanigans, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, now that we're getting our education, I want to know what everyone had for food. Whether it was tonight or for Thanksgiving. What?
You just slapped your legs really loud.
Yeah, because it's a knee slapper.
Yeah, I heard that slap. That was a meaty slap.
That was a stinger.
Well, after Thanksgiving, I've got more meat to slap. So.
Oh.
Oh yeah, we can talk about Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah.
real
So.
humanity down here.
Yeah. So as we mentioned to everybody, well, first off, hashtag SPP Foods. If you haven't submitted a photo of either, like we said, it could be what you ate tonight. It could be what you ate at any point. But I'm going to give bonus points for those of you that did remember to take pictures of your Thanksgiving spread. I want to see just a lot of delicious food tonight. I just ate 3 small mini pretzels, so I should be good for the podcast.
Yeah.
Small and mini?
Yeah. They call mini.
Oh, stop it.
They called mini twist pretzels.
Stop it. Don't hold it that close to the
What
microphone.
happened? Unintentional. Okay, well, Sarah, why don't we get into food posts? I want to see the food. And then after this, we'll talk about everyone's Thanksgiving.
All right.
And then we'll talk about whatever everyone's done. And then we'll talk about movies. Sorry.
Okay. Here's one from Dawson. A pile of nacho cheese Doritos on top of my Totino's pizza stuffers.
See, that right there? That's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's luxury. He probably got that
Turkey and dressing
professionally catered.
right
I like it.
Yeah.
Totino's. Pizza. Put it in
there. With Doritos.
Oh, now here's just a little lunch.
Dragon. Bird cooked to instructions. Basted every hour. Stuffing is sage and apple and yellow onion. And a pair of brats.
Brats.
Okay.
Brats.
I was like, damn, you stuffed children in there?
Put those damn dolls in there? What the fuck?
Cut things more finely.
No, that's brats
stuffing,
with a Z.
Z.
But I lost track of time. That's
Oh, yeah.
very stuffed.
Well, I mean, that's the way turkeys like it.
Yeah.
Or people like their
It
turkeys.
looks beautiful.
Oh, man.
You got the little thing that go pop.
Oh, man.
See, the turkey's done.
Don't you just love looking at
So can I make a quick observation?
Yeah.
I'm looking at your Twitter and I saw Left 4 Dead and I'm like, oh cool, is there a new game? And I read the rest of the thing and I was like, oh never.
Yep. No, it's right here.
Uh,
I saw that earlier.
It's a grim news thing. Sorry,
It is, unfortunately, but I did the same thing where I'm like,
Jeez,
I
yes.
was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, right there.
Not.
I see it now.
yep.
Can't unsee.
All right, next food post from Jory. Very spicy Kung Pao chicken with rice, carrots, and peanuts. And got a neat tree from my folks while I was out of town.
Nice.
nice.
Lovely.
Let's see this. Let's see it.
It's a wonderful
cool
time of
stuff.
year, that little transition.
Beautiful.
Is that little corn? What's up with little corn? Is little corn different than big corn? I don't know.
Mini corn, baby corn.
I feel like it's
It's-
got like
it's
a slightly
corn.
different taste.
It's what? What did Saber say?
It's like it's kind of sad actually. So you know how they have like veal for cows?
Yeah.
It's like that.
It's little babies?
They slaughter the corn before it's time.
Little baby corns are gathered up and ripped away from their mothers, and then they can't even walk, and we eat them.
No. Well, they're
Don't even get me started on candy corn.
Oh, tell me more.
The corn has been oppressed for long enough.
Oh, and then they got a tree.
And then there's the next level of chocolate candy corn. But we don't talk about chocolate candy corn.
That's a cute little tree.
That is a cute little tree. It sure is. Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree.
Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Nathaniel.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever by Mutual's place for Thanksgiving, and they had stuff like turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, steak, green bean casserole, lobster macaroni, which I made at home and brought, and carrot souffle. Definitely made for a fairly solid spread of food.
Wait, they had wow, they had steak and turkey.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah. Carrot souffle.
Oh, I saw an opinion about Thanksgiving that I kind of agree with.
Yeah.
And it's kind of controversial, I think.
Okay.
Is
Got to
that
find out? Lay it on us.
Thanksgiving ham is better than turkey.
See, I would agree with that prior to the Thanksgiving turkey I had this year. That shit, I would fucking beat the shit out of.
I'm with you. I'm curious what you have to say.
Yeah, because like my freaking like brother-in-law, I don't know what the fuck he did to this turkey, but like I bit into it and it was like a fucking just like Food Wars moment where I was like, oh my god, this shit is juicy, it's flavorful, what the fuck? And I just like I kept going back for like seconds and thirds and fourths, and he's like, oh yeah, I like based it, I injected it with whatever like seasonings and other stuff he did. Like he worked his ass on the turkey. I was like, fuck, that was just godly. That was a godly turkey. And so like
keeping for you.
Yeah, I will say that like because I was agree with Paleo 100% before that. Like, oh yeah, turkey's blind, but I had that turkey. I was like, fuck no, the turkey's done right, and it was exactly what you done.
Bad turkey sucks. It's dry, and I hate it.
Yeah,
I really do. You need to have moist turkey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's because like with like if I go over to somebody's
Easier to
house
drink.
who I've never been to before, I always go for the ham.
You need to go to the cookout.
Yeah.
All right, come to
It can be really fatty though. Sometimes you can also ruin that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had more ham that I dislike than turkey that I dislike.
But like, so when Laura and I went to go see her family a few weeks ago, it was like the week before Thanksgiving. We had a bit of a pregame Thanksgiving. Her brother-in-law made this deep-fried turkey that I've heard of before, but I've never had. And I'm like, oh, nice. This is a good chance. Took a bite. And I'm like, this is outstanding. I'm like, I can't.
Well, yeah,
go
it's
bad.
fried.
Yeah,
It's
If
peanut
it's
oil.
fried, then yeah, it's gonna be good.
Well, it's not like a chicken nugget or something, but like it was still very.
The whole ass turkey.
Yeah, it's so good. It soaks all the juices through, and I think the oil makes it even more moist. And it's a good agreeable middle ground where it's not too dry, it's not too soaking in moisture. It's just delicious. And I was like, I just want turkey. Like, this is delicious.
There's
I've never had fried turkey before. I gotta try that then.
There's a couple of people who live at my RV park that like did fried turkeys, and I was like, man, that sounds interesting.
Can you do fried
It's
turkey?
hard to go back because we had turkey afterwards, like for Laura and myself at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I had to go buy it, and I'm like, it's not the same.
I don't know. I feel like the people that are having the ham versus turkey argument just haven't had good turkey. I'm not saying one's better than the other, but if you're having that conversation, you've had bad turkey.
Yeah, that's honestly what I feel like after that. Because for years I was just like, man, turkey fucking sucks. I ate the shit all the time. I fucking hate turkey. And then like that turkey was the one I was like, oh, wow, I've fucking been missing out. Like, dude, so yeah.
Yeah, I always. I mean, I'm just also used to just letting the turkey shine on this day, and typically ham shining Christmas.
Thanks. Easter and Christmas.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I'm not. I don't shame anybody going the route of what. As long as you're full by the end of the meal.
Yeah.
Like you.
As long as you have eaten what you wanted to eat.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as
I had
as long as it's
salmon.
waffles and not pancake. Yeah, you had salmon.
Salmon. Yes.
Oh,
Lovely celebration of the
There's
harvest.
another tangent, but like I learned about a Christmas tradition that is food related.
Mistletoe.
No, it's a Polish one. And what they do is they get they buy a carp, a live carp, and put it in the bathtub and leave it there alive until it's time to eat it.
Huh.
Well, then they just jump in like fucking Gollum and just fucking start attacking shit. Like, what the fuck? It's just
No,
like-
no, they gotta kill it to eat it. Yeah.
You don't have to.
Yeah, you don't.
Bathtub super well.
I don't think they care.
Jump in there. Oh, that's weird. That's
yeah.
odd.
Yeah. Bathtub.
Sounds like a
That's
Bad
a good
environment
point.
for a carp.
It's bad for your bathtub too. You think?
It just doesn't seem like a good. Hey,
All right, Billy, you
You
can't
take a
bath
shower
for
and the
month.
carp's in there.
Hey, add some flavor to it, bro. Come on, dude.
oh,
Uh,
ew.
there you go.
Hey,
The tub fish.
The tub fish, nasty.
yuck. Interesting.
I mean,
but
they are bottom feeders. You won't have to worry about hair in your drain anymore.
are you talking about Polish? Are Polish people bottom feeders? Is that what you said?
We're talking about carp.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Where did Polish people come from?
It's a Polish tradition.
Poland.
I see.
Yeah,
Wow.
thank you, Laura.
Laura, shush.
Anime Guy 01 says, tonight I got my Portillo's dinner. Oh, yes.
Ooh,
I
what'd
need
you get?
Yes. Cheese dog, cheese fries, and a cheeseburger. I also got
what
a
is
ton.
this?
I want some Portillo's, man. I miss it.
Me too.
What is
Me too.
I
You know what's
Grab
funny?
one on them, yeah, real fast.
All right. Well,
I don't know why that was so funny. Where do Polish people come from? Poland.
Because Laura did that freaking voice she does when she's like, "Yeah, man, you know what's man, come on," you know, just like it's.
The only thing we know about Laura is that she says.
I don't. That is my only thing about Laura. She's like, "Yeah, black man, come on," just like let's do this, dude.
What?
You do have a very specific way of saying it, and it's wonderful.
Fun to say words weird. I love it.
Logan also adds, by the way, got a ton of Pokemon cards I'll be opening while watching the stream. So let's take a look at the food. Okay,
Are those available?
the Pokemon. So back in the day, I think it was when I was watching. Well, okay, so I'll get back to this, but there's the food. I don't see.
a sunbutt mouse tad.
Is that the butt or is that the?
What?
That's the butt.
Yeah.
That's the booty.
Is that
The
the
cheek
booty?
meat.
Yeah, that's the booty.
Nice.
Hey, who is it? Oh, it's Sunset Simmer.
Sunset.
Yep.
Yeah, damn. Talk about a sunset. Am I right? Boom.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That looks like a good hot dog.
Well, that must be saying there's a moon on the
I
horizon.
thought you were still talking about the butt, and I'm like,
Who says I wasn't?
you mean a good hot dog and opportunity?
Yeah. Oh, you remember that? Oh, Cider Fest talks.
So yeah, that's a lot of cheese and that's a lot of
Bunny.
buns.
Sunset Simmer. That's good.
God dang.
Or was Portillo's like? Where would you rank Portillo's? Since I've never been there.
Okay, so Portillo's, and I'm curious. I know Paleo's had it. Has anyone else here had Portillo's? I think
Yeah.
Laura,
I
you
think-
had it, right?
Yeah. And I know Steven is like in love with it.
Yes, rightly so. So Portillo's is it's a weird one to describe because it almost feels like it fits right between restaurant and fast food as far as
Yeah.
like I think you could argue that if anything it's probably fast food because I think they have drive-throughs. So I feel like that alone.
Cafeteria.
What?
Okay.
It's kind of like a cafeteria.
Yeah.
Cafeteria food.
Well, but when you
Not
describe it that
cafeteria
way,
food, but like the way that it's set up.
yeah.
Cafeteria service.
Some of them because they have like an Italian, like the one that's near the convention that's in Schaumburg, Winnie City. That Portillo's that's nearby, which is the one that I have the most experience with, is like it's got like an Italian section to it.
Yes.
And I think that like because the other section where they're making like the sandwiches, hot dogs, hamburgers, and whatnot, like it's kind of like that assembly line of food that you typically see with, you know, any kind of I guess fast food type restaurant. But yeah, it's good. It's good. It is really good. I love getting myself a chili cheese dog. I even will get a Chicago dog, which, you know, when you're in Chicago, they don't call them Chicago dogs. Saber, we're talking about Portillo's.
I know.
Yeah.
Jax
Jax asked me to describe it, and I'm struggling for
I asked him to rank it.
Or rank it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Definitely mid A, if not top A, possibly low S.
Okay.
You know what? No, top A, low S.
This is for burgers, right?
So I feel like the strength of Portillo's does not come necessarily just solely from the burger, but more of its variety and its efficiency.
Because you
get
like a good burger.
Lots of hot dogs, lots of fries, probably one of the best shakes I've ever had.
Oh yeah.
And then the burgers are pretty damn good, but I don't really bother with the burgers while I'm there. I'm going for hot dogs.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I do dogs and sandwiches. They have an Italian beef sandwich.
The beef sandwich. It's really good.
Oh yeah, it's soaked in au jus and nacho cheese and Jax, it's so good for you. It's like a vegetable. It's
yeah,
it's
exactly.
like a vegetable for your
full of vegetable oil.
But yeah, well ranked, Saber. Thank you for putting it into words for me.
My pleasure.
And then, so on this side, so I was gonna say, was I the only one when I watched Home Alone? Now these are Pokemon cards that we're looking at, but was I the only one when I watched Home Alone as a kid who, when he referenced firecrackers, I was like, nice. He's got the little double saltine cracker packages that he saved, and he's gonna eat them.
What?
The what?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've never seen Home Alone, so I don't know what you're.
Well, were they called firecrackers? The cracker packets that you're talking about?
I think the ones that he pulls out of Buzz's chest, yeah, rips it out of his chest. But no, like you know what I'm talking about, like when you go to like a salad bar and they have the saltine crackers and they're like little packages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you get
That's what I thought.
firecrackers.
But like he pulled them out. When he pulls them out, I'm like, oh, that's what it is. They're crackers. Okay. And I was like, oh, that's great. And I for some reason I was excited about that, and I never really connected, even to this day, that he uses the firecrackers, saltine crackers. Yeah. All right, Sarah. Next food post. Okay. Jesus.
It's funny though. He'll be opening those while watching our stream. Usually it's the other way around.
AJ tweets alone with waffles.
See, there's
waffles
the waffles.
Are good.
Who's waffles?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, that's a good food.
Yeah.
That is the correct food.
They're all the correct food as long as they're in front of me.
This is more. What if I'm in front of you, Jax?
Oh. I said what I said.
I don't want to reopen the debate, but I always think waffles are a bit edgy.
More like they edging. So Deegan Denigan says, I'm going to eat a bunch of really spicy chicken. Just pray for my mouth not getting burned. In case I also had 2. What is that word? Mantus? Not Kipo's pig, and a bowl of cereal. Now I'm going to make my animation while listening to the podcast. I drew this.
I thought they were trying to I thought that was a cookie, that there was an anime girl cookie that they were eating. I was like, what the fuck is that?
I like it. So look at all
that
this.
That is a big ass bowl of those things.
Yeah, that bowl looks.
It's like
the bowl looks smaller in the first photo.
Yeah.
What are those milk duds?
Wait, okay. If that bowl is that big,
are those marshmallows?
No, they're not marshmallows.
Those are the mantus. Those are a Chinese steamed bun, as I understand it.
Yeah.
More buns.
Okay, so like the perspective makes these look bigger than they are, but like they just look massive.
That person looks really small. Like, dude, like, just like Jesus.
That is the Cocoa Puff bird.
That being said, if you do burn your mouth, I'm sure it'll only be a poultry amount.
Well, nice. Good luck with the animation production. I want to go back to the plate of the spicy chicken, because now I'm appreciating. Like now I'm past all the other stuff. Now I've gotten to. I still don't know what's going on with the cereal bowl. It's a bowl of cereal. Okay, I don't know why that was so hard. What kind of
Is it
cereal
really
is
cereal? It looks like fucking Milk Duds. It looks
They
like
look
a bunch
like, they
of
look
cookie
like
dough.
Whoppers.
I really don't think that's
Mm.
cereal.
Yeah.
Is this
Is
cereal?
it chocolate?
Yeah, this
Dude,
one's
you're
a
gonna have a
chocolate.
sugar rush. Dude, you're gonna have a bad sugar rush in a second.
SUGAR something racing car.
He's gonna wreck that bowl.
Those are crazy cereals. You can only fit like 20 in your bowl at a time.
It's a mouthful. I thank you for this food post because I love the ones that
Broken our minds.
that I'm just like, what?
But it's
Do
cute
not
art.
let the Cocoa Puffs bird see that shit. Just fucking break it there.
That is cute art.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us, Deegan.
Thanks for the art.
Yes. And then next up we have for Canyon saying these Fruit Loops are kind of gross.
What are those Fruit Loop Pop-Tarts?
Yeah.
What's going on tonight? What is this? What breakfast items have you guys bestowed upon?
Wait, what? What
The
did they
fucking
make this
printing on
themselves?
These goddamn things is so awful. Like it's got all these lines and shit through it.
Wait,
It's
did
so
you make
weird.
that? Or is this?
I
Is
think
this
that's what
for
they're supposed
sale?
to be. I feel like that's what they're supposed to be on the shelf.
Fruit
They just
Loops.
look awful.
Pop-
only
Oh, they are real.
How?
What's going on?
That's weird.
Food.
What is
That
this
is-
advertised as?
There.
Just Pop-Tarts, Fruit Loops flavor.
Yeah.
But what?
Yeah.
But
There.
don't the different colors have different flavors? Or am I wrong?
I just posted them
I
in the
don't
freaking
know.
cast. That's what they look like.
They all taste kind of the same.
They do all
Yeah,
taste kind of the
Flavored.
same.
Yeah.
But like
I think it's
Cinnamon
just because-
Toast Sugar is the best Pop Tart, though.
s'mores Pop-Tart King.
Oh yeah,
haven't
I
had
love
s'mores
s'mores
forever.
Pop-Tarts.
S'mores.
I haven't had s'mores. I don't like s'mores.
Well,
But that's why I
Didn't
ate
you have
Screw
s'mores.
s'mores
you.
at the...
Yeah, I know. I remember that because I remember I got talked into having a s'more by Race because I was like, I don't like marshmallows. He's like, just try it, and I was just like, okay. And then I ate it, and I was like, okay, these aren't that bad. But they were too. I like to burn the shit. Like I don't like s'mores when the marshmallow is like warm, like light brown. I like it when it's like burnt to a fucking crisp. Like it's
Oh,
just
that's
like
the best
black.
way to do it.
Yeah, like that's how I like it.
spoken like a
Deliciously
true
carcinogenic. Yeah.
person who hasn't had a lot of s'mores.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I was gonna let it, because Jax was preferring it to be black instead of white.
Oh.
Yeah, of course. Always. Is that a bowl of SpaghettiOs? What the fuck?
What's
is
going
that?
on?
Bowden!
Cereal.
What are up with these food posts?
It looks like- I feel
I
I asked for-
Thanksgiving, bro.
I asked for Thanksgiving spreads, and you guys have confused me with. Did everyone have breakfast tonight?
The most cursed
like he's
food
fucking
post we've
put-
had in a while.
I love it.
It literally looks like you put fucking mac and cheese on fucking cereal.
It does. So yeah, Bowden says sitting here eating some cereal. Yes, out of a cup. I may not be able
Out
to
of a
smell
cup.
anything with this COVID crap, but at least I can still taste.
I mean,
Bruh.
it smells so.
Now this is
I mean, okay.
this is a Tommy thing.
Yeah.
For those that know Tommy, he eats his cereal out of a cup,
Yeah.
and he
Okay.
swears by it.
Yeah.
And he started to convert the people that watch our iRacing streams to this, and I'm like, stop it.
Yeah.
So we've
I mean,
we're
don't you
looking
drink
at
your milk when you're done with your cereal?
a Tommy convert right here.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So what is Tommy's reasoning for eating?
He
cereal
said
out of
it's the only way to eat cereal. He says a bowl is a waste of time. He says
Is
you
there
ha-
anything beyond that? Like, is there a science?
But does he
to
put
it,
milk
or-
in it?
Well, I'd have to call him here.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Is it because he like? Is it because of the milk? Like he puts it in the cup and then he just drinks it like it's just like a fucking chunky
the
milk.
need for utensils.
I guess so.
Hello?
Hey Tommy, I got you on the podcast right now. I got a question for you.
Let's do it. What is this podcast?
Okay, so someone Bowden just posted. This is a semi-perfect podcast. Bowden just posted. Same Bowden that joins us for the iRacing stuff. A photo of cereal that he's eating out of a cup.
Good.
And Sarah's asking, what is the science behind this? Why is a cup the right way and a bowl is not?
Yeah.
because a cup is a lot easier to eat out of. When you finish your cereal, you just drink from the cup. If you have a bowl, you have to be careful where you're walking to and from, and then you drink awkwardly out of a bowl and
So why are you
spill it down
walking
your
around?
shirt.
Yeah, why
The
you
cup is made for drinking.
So the
Hey,
question
the
is,
more you
why are
get,
you
the
traveling with your
Go
bowl or your cup of cereal?
So when you make your cereal, do you just stop what
Eat it
you're
in the kitchen.
doing and eat it right there on the counter?
No, I usually
Take
I'll
it to your bed or your chair.
well, not usually my bed, but to a chair. Yeah.
So in
I
that
think about that,
travel,
actually.
how
That's
careful
making
you have to be
sense.
versus
No,
just
on the
holding a
back
cup
porch.
with a bowl.
I mean,
A lot more
yeah. There's a short-term amount of carefulness.
A cup is just one hand, and you almost don't even need a spoon.
Well-
Whereas a bowl, you need, there's more dishes involved. There's more chance of spilling. God
Dude,
forbid
Tommy,
there's a
forget
California
it. Just put the
earthquake.
cereal in your mouth and pour the
Just
milk
a
right
cup
in.
is more convenient.
Is your
And-
cereal to milk ratio the
and
same?
Let me add another addition to why a cup is
Okay.
typically a lot more better.
Uh-huh.
It's because
More better.
when if you're like me, you'll drink the milk almost more faster than you'll eat the cereal. You just go get another refill of milk.
Oh,
And
okay.
then you
Shit.
rinse out the cereal into your mouth.
See,
I got
I
it real. I think he's onto it. I think he's got it.
Tommy, it sounds like you're converting.
Things.
You may be converting a few other people. Thank you for your time, Tommy.
No problem. Thank you, and have a good rest of your night.
All right, see ya.
That's what I said earlier. You just drink the milk. Though I fucking hate milk in my cereal at all. I do not. I fucking hate anything milk in my cereal. I don't want that soggy shit. I don't want no soggy fucking cereal. I want
Yeah, I like dry cereal.
yeah, dry cereal.
What the
Thank
fuck?
you.
What are you guys talking about?
Yes, good time. Yes, Laura,
Dry
Pam,
cereal.
High
They're
fiving
both
both of you.
great.
Boom. Because yeah, I
No,
can't.
you know what I started eating in college rather than like a bowl of cereal is that I would get those like cereal bars that they make out of cereal.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What?
Hero,
What's happening?
hey Paleo, you're invited to the cookout. Hero, your cookout thing is revoked. Thank you. All
I'm
right.
glad. I'm not trying to eat cereal bars.
You're actually cooking out cereal bars. What is this?
Wait,
Yeah.
okay, wait. So I had a friend growing up who would put apple juice in his
Oh,
cereal.
No, that's just
No.
Wait, in
Yeah.
what kind of
Never mind.
cereal?
I
I
think
can
it was.
see that working.
I think it was
What, Apple
Cheerios.
Jacks?
Okay, no.
I was about to
Wait,
say if you put
apple
apple
cereal,
Cheerios,
cereal
no?
would be
No?
good.
I
for-
can't think of what cereal would be better. Like I feel like Cheerios is the most neutral. Like I feel like it only gets worse from Cheerios,
Yeah.
unless you could.
But
Think
you know,
of-
like what was
Funny
it?
enough, frosted mini wheats. I've done this before.
with
Frost.
Apple juice. I ran out of milk and I said I don't want to eat them dry. I
Okay,
use orange
so-
juice too, and that works.
No, orange. Yeah, I was about to say that, Matt. Like, I accidentally spilled orange juice in my cereal once, and that somewhat worked, but I
Orange
didn't like it afterwards because
orange
I
juice
don't
in my
like-
cereal.
Yeah. What the fuck?
no.
But yeah, no. Just give me dry cereal. I do not want fucking cinnamon toast crunch because it wipes off all the good shit. Like, what the fuck? Like,
But then how do you eat
Yeah,
Captain
yeah,
Crunch
that's
dry?
that's why I love the cinnamon toast crunch like cereal bars because
Yeah, they're fucking
keeps all
bomb.
That stuff. It keeps all that stuff in it.
yeah, so good.
Oh my god.
We got some.
We got some-
problems.
Yeah, we got some
Super chat.
opinions here. Yeah, we have some opinions here.
I appreciate Tommy was just ready
Yeah.
to answer that question. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, he
He
stands
was.
by that.
Mhm.
Do we have more food posts?
I may
To
start
ruin
stand by that.
friendships?
Sounds
No,
great.
we've reached the end of our food.
Well, it's probably for the best.
Yeah. What kind of that Dragon Buckner fucking super chat made me laugh.
All right, so let's go down. We got a couple of super chats here. Christina had a super chat earlier. What?
Sorry, you said let's go down, and I scrolled down.
Oh,
and
yes,
you're
you
like,
did.
Let's go to the
Where are
top.
you going? All right, I'm sorry. So Christina says, "Want to hear a joke? Why is
Sure.
manslaughter so bad? What is wrong with a man's laughter?"
Ah, that's a good Cletus Cassidy joke.
I
That's
mean,
a
remember,
good Carnage joke.
you can't spell slaughter without laughter.
It's true. It's true.
Okay, Pinkamena, Diane Pie.
Why did you say it like that? What character is that even? That you just
It was me.
Hayseed, it's hayseed turnip truck, obviously.
again? It's like what a Flip that.
There was so at the first EQLA in 2012, there was a guy who was there who I think eventually actually got removed from the premises, from what I remember hearing. But you can actually see him in the vlogs. And apologies if this guy somehow is still around and sees this and goes, "I was never removed." But he was serving cake, as you know. I was like, "Oh yes, we've already been through pound and pumpkin cake, but we still have plenty of carrot cake left." But I think that's how he said. He's like, "I'm Pinko Mina Diane Pie." So for some reason, I channeled that as I said it too.
Can you link what the con this was at?
Yeah,
So I can watch?
it was EQLA 2012. Remind me at the end, and I'll.
Okay. Pinko Mina Diane Pie.
It's like literally, I think, as I'm going up the escalator to get to the convention at the first morning. We have another super chat. This one from Four Canyon, asking, "What are these war crimes people keep speaking of? Do people really do work rhymes?" Oh my god. Oh my god, these jokes. Everyone took me a second. I'm like, what is he at? Oh, okay. And then Dragon Bugner had a super chat, and this is the one that Jax was referencing. What kind? Wait. What
kind of get out crazy?
Oh, what kind of get out crazy eats cereal out of a cup?
Yeah, because remember in Get Out, the girl was eating she had her milk and cereal separated. It's like weird.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. No. I'll be sure to let Tommy know that Dragon does not agree with it. You know, it was funny because Dragon here has referenced in the past, and Dragon, you don't have to answer this question, but I think I forget if it might have been a tweet or something that led me to believe, is Dragon actually your first name? Now, like I said, you could choose not to answer that question. That's okay. But
or you could lie and just completely just fool us.
Well, I'd prefer you don't lie, because then I'll believe you, and then I'll be the fool. But yes, oh my gosh.
Please confirm, yes.
Since the day I was born, Dragon's actual name is Dragon!
Damn, you must have fun in kindergarten. Where's Dragon?
My research has proven worthy.
A dragon.
I swear I saw a dragon. All right. As we just go and be like, Dragon, Dragon, Dragon. No, that's great. Now everyone knows how cool Dragon is. Because I was wondering, Dragon mentioned in the past saying like, oh, it's weird. It's like when you say both names, Dragon Buckner, it's like my mom's like getting my attention or something. And I was like, in my head it crossed my mind, I'm like, did your mom call you Dragon? And the answer is yes. That is
the entire story is that my dad thought it was a cool name, and that's the story.
I love your dad.
Your dad was correct.
I just
your
see
dad
your
was
mom.
Right. Like,
yeah, I see your mom just being like, sure.
The nurse comes in to fill out the birth certificate. What's his name? Yeah, Dragon sounds cool. And she just writes it down and walks out before asking anyone else.
Dragon.
She's like, yeah, it checks out.
Dragon.
Awesome. Dragon.
Love it.
Awesome. Cool. Well, now what is that?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't think we want to know what that is. I do want to know what that is.
We don't.
We opened up the Discord chat,
Yeah.
and Saber
dropped something cursed in there.
he found some
That
merchandise.
is very cursed.
He found some merchandise.
No darn tootin'.
So why don't we go ahead and catch up with everybody, find out what they've been up to. Obviously, we've had Thanksgiving between then and now, and since Saber's the one who's just knocking us off of our rocker here, Saber, how have you been since the last podcast?
Busy, lots of work, lots of life stuff. Christmas coming up, and cereal in a cup.
Didn't you go somewhere?
That rhymed.
Yeah, up your butt and around the corner.
Woo!
Laugh harder. Okay.
Shut up.
Went up to New Jersey with Laura. She's actually had us away for a moment. Went up to Jersey because her father had a medical emergency, so that was a bit of an unscheduled visit. But he's doing better. And then the following weekend, I went down to Georgia with Laura to see my family for Thanksgiving, and Paleo house sitted and watched my very demanding, attention-seeking dog Lammy. All is gone. And then, yeah, now it's December, and I'm really freaking excited about Joshua and the Promised Land Reanimated because that's coming along very well.
Nice.
And
Nice.
look
Very
forward to
nice.
that. And that's that.
Excellent. What about Laura?
Is this 2-week catch up?
No, it's
Yeah.
food post. Go.
Okay, so I have a lot of 2-week events.
Yeah.
So last week, on like Thursday, I think it was, I got a text from my stepmom that my father had fallen off the roof of his house.
Oof.
Yeah, so we didn't know what was going on, so everybody was freaking out. He's fine. He apparently was trying to clean out the gutters, like clean the leaves off of the roof, and like the ladder fell out from under him. But he like got a concussion and had to get like a couple staples in the back of his head. But he's fine. He has to wear like a neck brace, but
But are
we
the
ended up
gutters
going
clean?
up there. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I asked her, are the gutters clean?
Well, no, because he didn't make it up.
Oh, no, so can I make a quick joke or something like
Oh God!
Right now?
no, it's okay because he's alive. But
Yes.
so apparently it's the leaf blower thing. Has to go.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Laura's father went up on the roof with the leaf blower, and that was, I guess, attributed to him falling off. And when we arrived a few days later, or like 2 days later, we're pulling up to the driveway, and Laura's stepmom was outside blowing the leaves with the leaf blower, and I whispered to myself, "The murder weapon."
Leaves with a leaf blower.
I'm glad he's fine.
Yeah, we went up that weekend to, like, make sure that he was fine and, be there and everything. I had like kind of an impromptu Thanksgiving because I was in town. Like everyone else lives nearby except for me. So like, let's just have like a Thanksgiving thing because that'll like cheer Dad up because he was in the hospital and Laura's here. And I told my dad, like, if you really wanted me to come visit for Thanksgiving, you could have just asked. Like, there's no need for the theatrics. You don't have to fall off the roof. And I told him we're coming for Christmas, so like, don't break his pelvis or anything. So. And and we got
All
back.
on the chest.
That turkey was so good, though. My
Yeah,
gosh, I can't stop
he likes
thinking about it.
Well, I'm glad he is okay.
Because then next week we went to visit your family
Yep.
for Thanksgiving, and I got very drunk.
Yeah, Laura's hammered.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hammered
Drunk on what?
She's being
So
so
I had to get super drunk because there were a bunch of kids there, and the only way I can tolerate being around children is by being wasted.
Yeah, Laura. He actually went to go hang out with the kids to play with their Barbies or whatever, and I'm like, who is this woman? So he's very
You have to
polite.
be drunk to tolerate
Polite.
them, but when you
I am
are
polite.
drunk, then you're the best friends.
Oh yeah, they like love me now. I'm just like, they're like, oh Laura, we want you to come babysit for us next time we need a babysitter. I'm like, first of all, kid, I live like 6 hours away from you. And also, like, the
You're
only
paying for
reason that
travel
we're
time.
friends right now is because I am lit.
Yeah, Laura, like, the kids was walking around talking to her. And I'm
First of all, she climbed on me. I will have you know.
I was
I just had to support because
floored.
that was what was happening.
Well,
I
thanks.
just it always stinks when I like the fact that I like video games because then children cling to me whenever it's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
gathering. I'm just like, just because I like video games doesn't mean I like you.
I cannot
Wow.
think it's
It's
like
a bumper
don't
sticker.
even bring like
It is. Yeah. But
I
yeah.
thought about bringing my Switch to play Pokemon, but then I was like, no, I don't want children's grubby little hands touching my my Switch.
Uh,
Yeah.
They don't wash their hands before they touch things.
No, they don't. And they're
They'll
always
wash their
talking
hands.
like.
Ugh, hands in their mouths and like.
Yeah, he has that like kid cough where it's like you can
Yeah,
like
that
you
kid
can hear
Ah,
the
I
sound.
hate
My
that,
mommy
yeah.
said I can eat that. And they're fucking eating this shit. It's just like, I'm free. I'm free. It's just like, fuck off, kid.
Yeah, it's like, I'm 3 seconds from smacking your shit.
Yeah, exactly. 3 seconds from getting the fucking belt. All right. Shit. Shit.
Well, Paleo.
Too damn old.
Too damn old for that, damn it.
What have you been up to, Paleo?
Very very similar to, I guess what Saber, because like I was over at Sabers looking after Lammy again while they went down to Georgia, and
How's the devil?
also
Yeah, right.
yeah, also I got a new mic. I don't know if you can hear.
New mic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's pretty much it.
Cool.
I thought your mic went out for a second.
Yeah.
How was your Thanksgiving?
What, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was at Sabers, so not
was
what
at
happened.
my
I was
house.
looking after Lammy.
Oh, I see. I gotcha. So you were watching Lammy?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. 10-4. Oh, you're like, I answered the question. My bad. Well, Hero, what about you?
My Thanksgiving was perfectly fine. My nephew's been playing Animal Crossing, and so has my cousins. Everyone, actually, just many people in my family have been playing Animal Crossing because I've been playing it, which I'm like, that's kind of cute. But also, like, I'm not gonna play this game forever, so like, I hope you're not thinking I'm gonna be here forever. It's just like there's an update out, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they're having a good time. They're asking me for money and stuff. I'm like, don't do that.
Damn.
But yeah, just Animal Crossing and Thanksgiving dinner. It's been good so far.
Great.
So far. My life's been good so far.
It's been a good Thanksgiving so far.
Nice.
Yeah. PanamaMatt,
Yeah.
what'd you do? What you doing? What's up?
Oh gosh. Thanksgiving was wonderful. It is my favorite holiday.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Get together with family. There's good food, good drink. It's fall. Leaves are changing if they haven't changed already. You know, you're winding down, getting ready for the Christmas season. Summer is a fleeting but brilliant memory in the past, and it's just it is the most wonderful time of the year, contrary to what some other songs might have you believe. It's one of the few holidays not corrupted by commercialism. Now go buy your turkey and your ham. So yeah, no, I did the turkey and went over to my parents' house and did a few other side dishes, including some bourbon glazed carrots.
Ooh.
Oh
Sounds
yeah,
good.
a little bit of brown sugar, a good bit of butter, salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic, and then right at the end, just deglaze it all with a tablespoon or two of bourbon.
That sounds really good.
Flame it up if you can. Doesn't need to
Ooh.
be, but it just gives, or a cognac if you have it. But it gives this sweet. It lends this earthy sweetness to the carrots that is different from their natural sweetness.
That's
A little bit
awesome.
of nutmeg too.
Matt
But yeah, we did the whole
speaks
thing.
just makes me like feel like his life's just better than, you know.
No, I'm just a nerd about food. Come on over, I'll cook for you. It'll be a good old
Yes.
time.
Nice.
Party at Matt's house. Let's
Yeah,
go.
next time y'all are out here, come on over.
On my way.
It's not. Yeah, start driving. It'll be ready by the time you get here. In the car, on your phone, doing the podcast.
Yeah. Well, it
Talking
sounds.
about bowls versus cups.
Oh yeah. And then we get
And then just,
fights.
you know, work and everything on top of that, getting ready for the Christmas parties and all that. And it's been good.
Very good. Jaxblade.
Hey.
What
How-
what have you been up to, man?
Nothing. Just work. Doing extra work because releasing new stuff for the new year. Because always with the programs and stuff like that, since everyone always gets that fitness kick, so that's good. Thanksgiving was great. Had a lot of great food. Fed well. Just taking care of my boy Rambo since his leg's been injured. So his little cyborg stuff going on. So like we got about 7 more weeks for him till he's back to being healed. So that's good. And yeah, just chilling. Yeah, just relax and doing work stuff.
Okay, so talking about Thanksgiving, I saw you digging into a whole tray of mac and cheese.
Oh yeah, I did. My sister, she knows how much of a mac and cheese fiend I am, so like she literally makes an entire extra tray for me because like, well, everyone eats like but she makes like I think 3 trays, and so like there's like the 2 that get like devoured by the other family members, stuff like that is cool, and then like there's a whole extra one left, and I'm like, oh okay, like she's just like, here, I know you're you, so here, just go take this. So I got to eat that entire thing, so that was good. That was nice. It was awesome. Fed well. Lasted for 2 days, and it was good.
Nice. Cool. Sarah.
Yeah.
What have we been up to the last 2 weeks?
Well, we did Thanksgiving. Well, today I had a weird happening at work where I felt like I was about to get run over by a helicopter in the sky. All right, so I work in an RV park, and we have storage attached to our park area, and we do regular security checks. So I was out driving in the lots of storage with my golf cart, and I look to the right because I hear a helicopter. And when I look to the right, I immediately go, what the fuck? Because there's literally a helicopter flying like 20 feet above a power line that's like goes along our storage area. Yeah. And like, I'm just like, what in the fuck is it doing? It's also windy, so it's kind of like doing its little wobble thing. And I pull out my camera and like on my phone, and I'm just like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was very weird. It was flying so low, and I was just like, what the hell?
Yeah, there was only one.
Yeah, the other was only one. It was
You
crazy.
said it was solo.
I was like, what the hell? And I shared it with all my coworkers. I was like, you never know what you're gonna run into on these security checks.
Yeah. Yep. You mentioned that we did Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So our family ended up going to a restaurant because we opted to get my grandmother involved, but that involved all of us traveling down to my grandmother. So we went down and picked her up and got some food. We went to Mimi's Cafe, and that's why Sarah ended up having salmon, because I guess their turkey's probably covered in butter or something.
Yeah, there isn't a lot I can eat there, so they gave me options from like their regular menu.
Yeah,
That's good.
Originally, I asked for the half roasted chicken, and they're actually like, yeah, we actually didn't prep any of those, so it'd be
because
an
it's
hour.
not. Yeah, because it's
And
not
I'm
part
like,
of.
Oh, okay. Well, do you just slap a salmon on the grill? They're like, okay.
Because the way they set these up to hammer out the food.
Yeah. It's only one option. For
essentially.
And there's like selections that you can make. You can be like, what part of the turkey meat do you want? Like the dark meat or the
I got both.
white meat.
I got both. And they had like soups and salads and whatnot that you could pick from. A choice of dessert. Everyone right now answer this one: pumpkin or pecan?
Pecan.
Yes.
There.
Yes.
I don't eat pie.
Okay, Sarah, what's your choice?
Pecan.
And you're sitting here.
Okay,
giving
so
out-
I feel like
I like
only
both.
2 people committed to
Okay.
an answer. I think Laura and Sarah were the only 2 who actually answered the question.
I like both, but I think pecan has that edge.
Yeah. I went with pumpkin this time around. I like them both. Like I agree with the both answer in that sense. But I think the only reason I went with and this makes, I guess, not a lot of sense, but it does to me, that I chose the pumpkin so I know I could focus on the pecan come Christmas time. I'm gonna just nail that.
Saving it for the right time.
Yes. Now we got a super chat here from Nathaniel Foga. I believe it was connected to the what was sent, saying, I was originally going to go with a family I knew to Florida for Thanksgiving, but due to some issues and conflicts occurring, I unfortunately wasn't able to go anymore, which I guess I was fine with.
I'm sad that you can go on your trip.
Hopefully you still stuffed your face with any kind of food. The food that...
Some other time you'll be able to go.
Yeah. The day before Thanksgiving, I took Sarah, my mom, and my grandmother out to Irwindale Speedway, the track that I work at, because they have Santa's Speedway set up out there. So it's a whole Christmas light drive-through.
Santa races?
He does. He sure does. He owns the track.
He gets around the world in a night.
So, I took them out to that. It was kind of a employee night where they were essentially testing everything out before their big opening a few days later. So, yeah, we did that. And did we camp since the last time we had a podcast, Sarah?
Had we already camped at Yosemite?
I don't remember.
I think so.
I think we did. We
yeah.
Did we talk about bears?
I think I.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Did
I
you talk
talked
about bears,
almost
paleo?
dying on our hike.
Walks away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We plan on going to the Calico Ghost Mine
Ooh.
to camp at their campgrounds that they have like across the street from the
Yeah,
cemetery.
We'll maybe do that at some point and check it out. We'll give you the update on that. But yeah, so that's kind of the end of our updates. Oh, I guess I'll throw this in there. I mentioned that I saw Gabe this past weekend.
Yeah.
Tom and I covered an event out in Tucson, and Gabe was generous and had a stay at his new house that he recently purchased.
Nice.
It's crazy kind of seeing what you can get in a place like Tucson compared to LA. And I was like, oh my god. It's a really nice house. And it was good seeing Gabe, good seeing, him doing well, and saw him and Claire, and it was a nice kind of hangout. We had dinner with his whole family. So yeah, it was a good time out there. And Gabe even helped us out.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Gabe also helped us out on the broadcast. He was our wireless camera guy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you got some great action shots.
Oh yeah, I had to keep telling Gabe, no, Gabe, you don't go on the racetrack. Stop it. No, he does a good job. We throw him into the fire with very little direction and just see how it goes every time.
Watch TV.
Yeah, exactly. That's all we can afford to do. But yeah. So Sarah.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Okay. Sarah plays Pikmin. I don't think that's what she was doing right now. But
The Pikmin Bloom app.
yeah.
Sarah, text me your friend code.
It's cute. Okay, I'll text it to you.
Yeah, Saber.
Oh yeah, Saber loves Pikmin. Yeah. No one else likes Pikmin. Only Saber and Sarah. No one else likes Pikmin.
Hey, I like it too.
I haven't played the main.
Only
like,
Paleo or
games.
Saberins.
Yeah.
Dragon sends a super chat saying, I'm going to be having some pumpkin spice ramen from the clearance section this weekend. I'll try to remember to mention it in next week's food post.
That's an ambitious thing to say.
Yeah.
Dang.
Do they make that, or is that something you've come up with yourself?
It sounds like it's made. Pumpkin spice ramen on the clearance section. I can only think that would be why it's on the clearance section. Because we've passed pumpkin season.
Nonsense. This is prime pumpkin season.
Yeah, still hovering around.
Some pumpkin.
Cook them, roast them, pumpkin seeds.
Put them in a
Chicken
stew.
Yeah. I know these things now.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird hearing you quote them.
Mm-hmm.
That's not right. So Sarah, what's on our what other topics do we have? She's busy sending friend things to her Pikmin people. All control the mouse.
She's picking her men.
I'll do it. Okay, so we have two movies that Sarah and I have here to discuss. Now, as we said, you don't have a spoiler screen for either of these, right?
I do.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So before we obviously get into them, we'll find out who does and doesn't want to talk about the movies. So we'll start with Encanto. Is there anyone
I've
here?
not seen it.
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
I have.
Okay.
Haven't, but would like to.
So besides Paleo, has anyone else actually seen it?
Nope.
Okay.
All right. So
We'll do a non-spoiler.
we'll do a non-spoiler discussion, but if anybody wants to
Pop
ditch
out.
during that, yeah, we'll let you know when to come back in.
Okay.
I'm just patiently making sure everyone has, So, like we said, we're going to discuss Encanto. This is not a spoiler discussion, just more of a how did you feel. Paleo, what did you think of Encanto?
I liked it. It's funny because there were like 3 Lin-Manuel Miranda musicals this year in theaters. Because first there was In the Heights, then there was Vivo on Netflix, and now Encanto with the Disney Animation Studios, which is actually the 60th Disney Animation Studios film, which is I saw at the beginning of the movie. And there was also that short that played before.
Yeah, that was cute.
Called Far from the Tree, about the raccoons.
Mm-hmm. The freaking raccoon from Pocahontas getting pissed off.
Yeah, but as far as of those 3 musicals, this one I think was by far the best because I actually a few of the songs actually retained with me, whereas with the other 2 I didn't remember the songs as well after first seeing the movie. But with this, I'm like, oh yeah, there's 3 songs that I can immediately remember how they went. Because there was Luisa's song I really liked, and also the visuals of that song too is really good.
Yeah.
And then the We Don't Talk About Bruno, that song was really good, and also the song for Isabella's song that she does with all the flowers and stuff. That was a very creative looking sequence as well.
Yeah.
Now I'm just trying to remember here. So you said he had 3 movies?
Yeah.
Encanto, In the Heights.
Vivo, and
Vivo.
Encanto. Yeah.
So
Vivo is also a very good film. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, we recently watched that. I was gonna say In the Heights, only because of the damn trailer that I saw so many times when we would go to see the movies, that freaking the actual In the Heights song.
The only bit that stuck in my head is Morning Usnav.
Yeah, I know. The only part of the song. But yeah, no, Sarah, what did you think of it?
I liked it. It was a cute film. I felt like bits of the story could have been spiced up a little bit. But
yeah, it felt like, oh yeah, this is the story. Well, we're not really going anywhere.
Yeah.
It felt like it felt very contained.
Yeah.
With the story.
Yeah. But the visuals and everything is just so on point. The cinematography, the choreography, there's a whole bunch of dancing and it's just all done so well, and the artistry is just great. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's a very pretty movie. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the there's a lot of characters in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's a lot.
Yeah.
Which I think having it be a musical works with that. If it wasn't a musical and it was just they didn't do any songs, it'd be really hard to I guess
It'd be
recognize all the characters. But having a music really helps with having you, I guess, recognize all the characters and getting to know them in a very fast-paced way.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that was one of the things that surprised me. Halfway through the movie, I'm like, are we gonna get to know all the characters? And then you basically do. And it's oh, okay. But yeah, no. To kind of wrap it up, like we said, this is our non-spoiler edition of talking about the movie.
Yeah, I think we'll return to this one.
Yeah, we will. But it was fun.
Yeah, it'll come out on Disney Plus like around Christmas, I think.
Oh, will it? Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the movie. I had fun with it. I still like it's the weirdest thing, and it's hard for me to really describe because I've never gone through this before. And I don't know, like maybe like Paleo, like if you have a favorite movie made by a specific person, I say person, but like who I'm trying to remember which company was it that made like Jurassic Park? Was it Universal? Or was it Fox?
Yeah, Universal.
Universal. Oh, duh, Universal Studios. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
But like, so whenever you get like whenever you go and see a movie that has the Universal Studios like world come out, like, do you ever have that feeling of like, man, I really like Jurassic Park? Because for me, what happens is whenever that Disney animated
Disney,
like,
but this one had the 60. So like
it
it's
did.
Like, oh yeah, it's not Zootopia.
True, that's true. Like Moana, which was right next to it, really confused me because Moana came out months after Zootopia, and just to hurt us all again, we're closing in on 6 years that Zootopia's been out.
Yeah, it's funny because like this movie is also directed by Byron Howard and Jared Bush.
Yeah, well now that those two are done, they can get their butts working on the Zootopia sequel because friendly reminder. Frozen sequel came out 6 years after Frozen. Wreck-It Ralph sequel came out 6 years after Wreck-It Ralph.
We're due. That ended up.
Well, it's not gonna be 2022 though, because the next Disney Animation Studios film is called. Let's see, what was it?
And that's just defeatist talking right there.
I gotta look it up because like it's called something weird.
Yeah. Hey, just one heads up, Jax. Your mic is doing a weird thing now.
What is it doing? Oh, sorry.
Are you like typing?
No, I'm just trying to. I'm literally just sitting here, just like on my phone.
It sounds like the mic's rolling around on your desk.
Let me see. How do I fix? Ugh.
It might just be the Discord sensitivity is like too low.
How do I fix that? Let me go.
Go to voice. Yeah, go to voice and video.
Like, is Jax having an earthquake?
Yeah, go to voice and video. Your input sensitivity might be.
Input sensitivity microphone. Where is it?
Welcome to the Discord
voice
seminar.
and video input sensitivity. It's in the middle. So should I put it like lower? It's like right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
At negative 55 dB.
Nudge it down a touch, see what happens.
No, you have to have them like go up more. If it's like.
Oh, you're talking about threshold.
Yeah. If he's picking up like the that mic noise.
Okay.
That is
so
fair.
put it up like 5 more.
So like the
we'll
6.
See how that...
So 50. Negative 50 dB.
Yeah.
How's this?
Well, we'll find out.
Okay.
We can still hear you.
Sweet.
Yeah. Anyway, I was gonna say the next film by Disney Animation Studios is called Searcher Clade. I don't know what that's about.
It's called what?
Searcher Clade.
Searcher Clade.
Clade? Oh, that's the new Zootopia movie where she has to search for Clade. I don't know. I just want
to.
Just give me a goddamn Zootopia sequel, Disney. Don't
be careful what you wish for.
Yeah. Sarah,
we already know Judy and Nick aren't going to be like the focus of the Zootopia Plus series episode, you know.
We don't know that.
I think it's pretty.
They'll be in the background, just
they're gonna be
taking care of
all
business.
Over it. They're gonna be, as long as they're in the background, like making out, like that's cool. You see the cop car in the background just rocking back and forth.
Yeah.
Woo 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 woo. So the other movie that we were going to discuss, and I don't know who here has seen it, the new Ghostbusters movie.
I saw that.
All right, you saw it. Pele, have you seen that?
Makes me feel good.
I haven't seen it, but he did talk to me about it on the PaleoStart podcast.
Okay. There's no fucking ectocooler in the fucking theater. Fuck that movie. The movie can suck a dick.
Wait,
All
was
right,
that
you
your
know what?
gripe?
Yeah, there's no Ectocooler. Last time there was a ton of Ectocooler, and I went to the theater. I was excited, and I drank it. I watched that 2016 movie, and I was like, you know what? Fine. This one, done Ectocooler. But I guess if you have to look at the film, it was okay. So in my opinion, I'll say this: I liked all the cast. Like none of the cast got on me. I told both Hero and Paleo how that one kid was a brony, and he was like, "Oh yeah, my podcast, just like the show, gets good around episode 46 or some shit like that." Like he said that, or like when he was talking about his podcast, that made me laugh.
Yeah, it's all stored on a Rainbow Dash USB.
Yes, freaking Rainbow Dash USB. I thought in the middle it did start to drag a bit, and then are we spoiling or just no spoilers?
I have a spoiler screen if we wanted to.
Is there anyone amongst us who does not? Because I noticed that Saber and Laura aren't muted anymore, so I don't know.
No, Saber went upstairs to put Lammy to bed, and I don't care about Ghostbusters.
Good.
Okay.
You don't
All
care
right.
about
In that case,
Ghostbusters,
we're gonna put up the spoiler screen. Just a
Come
reminder
back.
for everybody, for those that don't want to get spoiled, as long as
Yes.
the screen that you're gonna see go up in a minute here, as long as it is up, have us muted. Unmute as soon as that goes away, and you won't have to worry about spoilers.
It was briefly
yes.
in Kanto spoilers, but now it's Ghostbusters. After.
No, it's Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay, so spoilers away for Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Okay, so I will say I did like how they had the designs for some of the ghost creatures, like the freaking Zool, the demon dogs. Like I thought, like the fact they used practical effects for that, I was like, oh, that's actually really good. And then when they blend it with the CGI, that was good. That looks like better than the '80s version. That the way it looks right there, that was really good. The fact that Slimer's not in it was a bit of a that's odd. Well, that was weird. They like replaced Slimer with that freaking tardigrade ghost.
I thought that was gonna be Slimer. I was like,
oh, you
here it
really?
goes. And then
Oh yeah. No, because I thought the same thing, Ray's guy. I thought, or the tardigrade ghost was going to meet Slimer, and they would have like a back and forth. But no, it's just like, oh no, that thing is just, oh, what's it do? It just eats metal, and then it just spits bullets out. And I was like, oh, okay. And then in the middle, I mentioned this on Twitter, how it sort of feels like it's simultaneously rushing and dragging at points, where it's like, oh, we're going to go here, but this is going to stretch out a bit. Oh, we're going to go here. We're stretching out. Oh, you're joining the crew, or we're doing this for a bit. And I was just like, oh, okay. And then it turned into like a whole, hey, remember this nostalgia? Hey, you remember that? Hey, yeah, you don't care about the plot, but remember this? Remember this? Remember this? And I was just like, yeah, but like what's going on in the plot? And so like for a lot of the middle, I thought it was kind of dull. But then the ending showed up, and then when they're fighting freaking Gozer, because Gozer from the very first movie comes back and is like, oh yeah, I'm Gozer and I'm here to destroy. And then they have like a whole 2020 version to like make a woke joke about it, because they were like, oh, like what gender is Gozer? Because in the original, like Gozer like could be either like male or female and had no gender, and they were like, oh, Gozer can be whatever they want. And it's like, whoa, that's pretty woke for a ghost. And it's just like, oh, okay, we get what you're doing. So, yeah, it's just like, okay, yeah, we get it. And so like that was one of those moments. But then the ending where the OG Ghostbusters showed up, like I thought. Like, I will admit that was a bit of a scene where I was like, oh shit. But you began to notice that the movie was pretty much just, it pulled a Force Awakens. It was just a soft reboot of the original Ghostbusters movie. Like legitimately, there's just like so much stuff. It's like, oh, this is just a soft reboot of that. And yeah, the ending I would say is pretty good. And then the way they leave it open is like, oh, there's always going to be more Ghostbusters, because like freaking Winston's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start up a thing, let them back in. But yeah, for the most part, I thought it was just like good intro, like the cast, and the ending got me hyped. But for the most part, I was just, man, there was no Ectocool in the theater, so I thought, like,
screw that.
That's what it really comes down to.
Yeah, it really does.
That's a fair complaint.
Yeah.
You know,
it's even worse because like on Twitter and stuff, and they were saying like, oh yeah, look at this Ectocooler, we're not gonna sell it though.
Yeah,
Fucking
like bullshit.
Look, Ectocooler, but it's not for sale.
Bastards.
So I didn't even realize this, by the way, because I for some reason remember this wrong until this movie came out, and then I looked it up tonight, right now. Harold is the name of the actor who
Harold Ramis.
Yeah, who had passed away.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was under the impression he passed away a long time ago. Like, he passed away in 2014. I thought he passed away, like, way long. But, yeah, I guess... And I also didn't realize that it was from an illness. I'm misremembering all of this because I thought I knew what happened to him. And I'm like, oh, I was not right.
Yeah.
So... yeah, I mean, what did you guys think of that? Because, you know, again, with the spoiler section here, and it shows up very early on that his ghost is involved. At times, we actually see him. How did you guys feel about the reanimation, as it were?
Well, to me, it worked because ghosts aren't supposed to look realistic. They're supposed to look like otherworldly. So, like, when they blended the CGI with, like, the ghostly effect, I was like, oh, that's sweet. That's kind of sweet they did that. And the fact that he didn't speak at all, he just, like, nodded. I was like, I respect the fact they decided not to do it because I got literally all the other Ghostbusters back, but they didn't want to, like, do that for him. So I appreciate that a lot. And then, like, they had a little freaking Goku Gohan one-hand Kamehameha against Cell with Gozer, so I thought that was like a cute scene with like the granddaughter of Egon, so that was cute. It was really heartfelt. Like, I heard some people in theater cheering, so I was like, okay, yeah, I can see why that would be very heart-wrenching. But yeah, it was I would say it was I liked the scene. I liked the whole thing about him, like, just trying to help his granddaughter through it as a spirit, and then like him like having a daughter and like saying, oh, this is why I was never around, but I was always like focusing on you. So I thought it was like pretty cool that way.
So I do need to mention that this movie, surprising to maybe some people, this movie contains
one of the best scenes.
The scene of cinematic perfection.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, here we go.
I knew it was coming.
I'm curious, Jax. I'm curious. Can you vaguely describe the scene you think that we're describing? Because
okay, honestly, I thought it was going to be. Was it the car scene?
No.
Okay.
No. That was good. That was good. But
because honestly, that was the one where I was like, "Oh, Race would love this shit."
Oh yeah, no, and I did enjoy that quite a bit. But there's a moment in this movie, cinematic perfection. Now,
Paul Rudd is just a talented actor.
Paul Rudd pulls off a scene in this movie that conveys
so relatable.
It's not just relatable, but it to me conveys like the most connected emotional response I've ever felt towards a character. When I saw him do this, I was like, oh my god, I've been there. I feel this, and it damn near brought me to tears.
Oh god.
Tears right now.
Oh god.
Well, I was gonna say there is a scene where, and it just brace yourselves, everyone who hasn't seen this yet, where Paul Rudd walks into a Walmart, and he's walking with the swagger that no one individual should contain. Like, he's just like, I'm hot shit.
While walking through Walmart.
Combine it with his walk through Walmart. I mean, he's just like, I know I'm the shit. And we're walking. And where are we walking to? We're walking to the goddamn ice cream.
Yeah.
And he walks over to it.
He goes, yeah.
He just has this, yeah. And he walks up and he just opens the door.
Me and Jeffrey were the only people like losing our shit in the theater. There were like 20 other people in there.
It was just yeah. Like, he just fucking knew he was gonna have the goddamn best night of his life with that fucking ice cream. And he was like, yeah, that's the ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to clip this scene just to be like perfection.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that made me laugh. The car scene was good too, but
okay.
But we lost it. I mean, we lost it. Everyone was staring at us. They're like, "What are these people?"
Yeah. That was a fun scene with the Stay Puft Marshmallow men running around like little baby. They turned to a Gremlins movie at that point where they were all just like destroying themselves and like going around doing stuff. That was fun.
Blending
That was a
themselves
fun
up and all. Yeah.
thing.
No, it was like you said. This movie contains a lot of throwbacks to the originals, which is something I always enjoy, especially when a movie picks things up. You know, this far. It just, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the look, if that makes sense.
Well, the aesthetic was nice.
Yeah, it just all kind of fit well. I love the implication that people just straight up had sex in this movie.
Oh, yeah, like they freaking when they pulled the Ghostbusters
So
thing.
now this is a question that I am not going to take seriously, but
Okay, I know.
Think about it for a second. All right. Now we know the problems if one individual in the act of sex cannot consent.
Right.
What if neither consent?
Right. Well, that's the
What
question from the
happened
old movie too. Yeah, that's a question from the old movie too, because freaking Sigourney Weaver and freaking Rick Moranis are just both possessed, and they both go at it because they have to let Gozer in. So like when it happens in this movie, it's just like, well, I still feel the same way I did that. It's just like, well, they're both not there, so it's just like shit.
Was that Laura? I heard just go, what?
Yes.
So yeah. It's
a fun film. I
enjoyed
enjoyed
fun.
it.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. Yeah. So, but no Ecto Cooler, unfortunately, is going to drop it half a grade. So.
Yep. Fuck that boosh.
What does Ecto Cooler taste like? Is it just lime?
No, it's not even lime. It tastes like orange. Like literally.
Tastes like orange.
It's literally just. It tastes like. It tastes like a better version of orange lava burst, but not even lava. Yeah, fuck. It tastes
like,
good. That's what it
like
is.
Cactus
It's good.
Cooler?
Cactus Cooler?
Maybe not.
Is this the joke?
No. Is that?
No, I don't know what that is. I don't know what Cactus Cooler is.
What kind of joke you flinging my way? All right. Well, any last thoughts from anyone on Ghostbusters?
Any last words?
I'll say that there were certain scenes I did crack up with all the Paul Rudd scenes where he's supposed to be a teacher and he's just like, look, you kids don't give a fuck about this. I don't either. You're not supposed to. Here, watch Cujo. Yeah, he's just puts on Cujo and he just like lets the kids like watch. And he just starts showing them a bunch of 80s horror movies when he's supposed to be teaching class, and like the only one who like wants to learn is like Egon's daughter. So that was funny. And then I thought that was good. Oh, and freaking J.K. Simmons, when he was in the movie for like a blip before he got fucked up.
He spent more time sleeping in this movie.
Yeah.
And then he went right back to sleep afterward.
I know.
Yeah.
To me, that was funny.
Yeah.
Just because it was like, you have no like emotional connection to this guy.
Yeah, it's like, who is he? Where did you come from? Like you were just
wakes
sitting
up
there.
and then he's like thrown into a pit, and it's just like, oh, okay.
All my
well,
hard work. It wasn't even. I mean, he got
He got ripped. He got Darth Maul bad. Shit, like.
Yeah.
But you know, it was past his prime. It was probably a lot easier for her to do that. I mean, he probably wasn't being that held together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sandy.
Oh man, that was funny. After all these years.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just ripped.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and pull down the spoiler screen and not discuss spoilers anymore. Sarah, if you could tag Hero, and just let him know that the coast is clear. We're gonna go ahead and get into Q&A to finish off the last 20 minutes of the podcast. If you'd like to submit a question, we will be prioritizing, as we do, the super chats. You've seen people sending them through the chat service on YouTube. You can also submit questions on Twitter, #SPPQuestions, and we will also hit up as many of those as we can as well.
Yeah.
If you send a super chat, we know we'll answer your question. Twitter? Well,
Maybe.
It'll just be a roll of the dice.
Shoot that money.
All right, let's see. Let's look at our Twitter questions for now.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Go scroll up. Scroll up. Scroll up. Okay. You asked me that question.
Okay.
You asked me that question, and I'm going to give a pointed answer right back at you.
Ozzyl asks, so Race, you talked in the last podcast about Red Roof Inn. Apparently the reviews about this hotel has 2 stars. Have you always looked at reviews before ever booking a hotel?
Listen here, Ozzyl. All right. I'd like to know at what point in the hotel rating system does it say, yeah, you know, if your room is literally covered in bugs, give that like a 2 or lower. Because I missed that one. Like last time I checked, like even a frickin' like 1 star should at least not have the fucking bugs. Like it might be dirty and nasty, and I don't want to sleep in there. But like this was unlivable. Unlivable.
That begs the question: what do you expect out of a 2-star hotel then? Like
What
not
do I?
2-star, like AAA star, but like 2-star Yelp star.
Here's like the way
Like a
I see
bed?
it.
I'm expecting noise,
No,
maybe, but
I look at it as like Motel 6 is like bottom of the barrel hotel, but it's passable. It it doesn't have the most comfortable beds. It has wood floors. Which some people might like, but it's got plumbing. And it's clean. Like I ask for that. Let it be clean and just livable. Like
livable.
Like again, this room should have been caution taped off. Like there's not this. I should not have been allowed to walk through that door and see what I saw. I don't care what rating, because we're talking. I'm assuming it's not the rating, like as in rating. It's a 2-star hotel.
yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like what this is health inspector walks into what I did, and the whole goddamn building's getting shut down.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they allow what I walked into in any typical scenario. And if they do, and I'm just learning this, then you know what? Bad. I'll bring my own flamethrower next time, and when I accidentally burn down your place, then you get to keep my $60 security deposit. Congrats.
Yeah, I'm picturing a scene like out of the end of Ratatouille. The hotel inspector comes in, the bugs just jump him, tie him up, and toss him in the closet.
Right.
Well, there was a big enough fridge in there that they could have probably. We didn't open it up because we figured there'd probably be a body or something.
Health inspector on ice.
All right, we got a super chat here from Anime Guy asking notable BF and CM purchases.
Might have to ask us.
What does that mean?
You're going to have to help us a little bit.
I don't have one of those.
Does BF boyfriend and cutie mark purchases?
There you go.
BF.
I have not purchased a boyfriend, nor have I purchased a cutie mark.
Yeah, I haven't purchased one because Paleo turned down my credit card.
Brony Fair and Crystal Mountain. There we go.
I genuinely thought you were about to say crystal meth.
Black Friday and some
Black
type
Friday.
of Monday.
Oh.
Thank you.
No, that can't be it. Okay, so notable as in this year, or
Yeah, I
I
guess
didn't
this
buy
year.
shit.
we didn't buy anything.
I never buy shit on those days.
Did
Man,
anyone?
I got my mic.
I did go out and meet some friends for lunch and pub trivia in the evening, but I generally try and stay off the roads on Black Friday.
I
People's
I
be
don't
crazy.
shop in person.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Shop
no,
online.
never.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because I did buy some Christmas presents for my parents.
Nice.
Nice.
I just saw this in the chat we're about. It says 2-star motel, continental breakfast, only has cereal in a cup.
Saves on the cost of spoons.
Yeah, no, so it sounds like Paleo, were you the only one who made a purchase?
I guess.
I got some gifts, but like all online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, I was kind of looking into it, but because of how backlogged specifically electronics and like anything computer related is right now, I just didn't even bother really looking at anything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I did manage to get a new desktop. But it's gonna be here like around my birthday, so like in a couple of weeks.
Soon.
Nice.
that's still not terrible.
What is it? What's it have in it? An
It's got a 3060. graphics card in it, which is nice because it's funny because I was telling Tom about it too, because it's from NZXT, and they do like these custom pre-builds, and it's all like under like a 2-year warranty and stuff, and it's weird because like with the Black Friday price, and also I was actually using Honey for that, and I got like another $130 off of it. I was very surprised.
Oh, nice.
I was very surprised at the price that I got for it because like everything I've been seeing at like other retailers with that has like a 3060, we're selling computers with that has that specific graphics card for like $1,500 or more, and I got this for like $1,300. Like that's with tax and sales included at $1,300 flat.
Nice.
I really should have taken advantage of it, but the local range nearby here was having some Black Friday deals, and you were getting stuff, you know, a couple $100 off list price. It was great.
Yeah.
At the same time, I didn't need to spend several $100s.
Yeah, I was talking to Tom about it because I went onto the site like yesterday, and like all of their computers are sold out now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sarah and I at some point are gonna look into getting a PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Nice.
Someday.
Do it.
Someday.
Are they available, or are they still as unavailable as they've
I
been?
still have not seen one in stores. I will tell you that.
So like,
Hero was able to get one like over the summer.
Do you just like well, I guess now is a bad time to talk about this since we're getting into gift season, but like are people just putting themselves on a wait list online and saying just send it to me when you get it?
I subscribed to a Twitter, followed a Twitter account that tells you when they're in stock, and you just have to be on the ball when they say they're in stock at any particular retailer. You just buy it as fast as you can.
No.
Well, try to buy it as fast as you can.
Thanks.
I don't know if it's still quite that bad, but I think it is.
Yeah. And it's the same with like Xbox, because I haven't seen like any of the Xbox consoles in stores either, except for like the Series S, like just like randomly like earlier this year, but I still don't see them like on shelves or anything.
Do you order it online, or do you just call customer service and say, "Hey, $50 if you go set it aside right now, I'll be right there"?
Maybe.
Just slide it to the back. I'll 30 minutes.
All right, let's go ahead and find ourselves another queue.
Okay. Let's see here. We've got.
What's wrong with this queue? Did you not want to ride the ride?
Quay.
Kevin asks, who are your least favorite characters in Friendship is Magic or Equestria Girls?
I feel like we know.
Well, one of them definitely doesn't dress in style.
Wow. You know what's sad is I was sitting here going, is there an obvious answer here?
Is there? Is there actually an obvious answer?
Well, if we're talking about the main, let's say like not the main 6, because that's too easy for some.
Oh, if it was main 6, then yes, there's an obvious answer. But like, I thought they just meant of all.
Yeah.
Well, in general, like there are unlikable characters, probably.
Yeah. Like
Spike's fake dad. So.
Well, yeah, Spike's dad.
Spike's fake dad is actually the answer. Good job, you did it.
Yeah, he's beat the
Literally,
shit.
the episode makes me upset.
Yeah, I can watch that episode a second time. Piss me off.
He's actually the worst, probably.
Good job, Taylor. You answered the question.
Fluttershy's brother is also a competitor.
Yeah, fuck him. Yeah.
That guy.
Fuck
there was
that dude.
compulsion behind that, Jackson.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I hate that motherfucker. Okay, I really do.
That's because he's the absolute worst.
Exactly.
I still don't know what the fuck was.
He didn't. When he didn't. He didn't like take a child who had been waiting to find his father and just like literally crush his spirit.
Fluttershy's brother? So... What are you talking about? Oh, the dad. Okay, I was about to.
Spike's dad. Like Fluttershy's mother is a shit. Sure. But like, oh my god, compared to Spike's dad, no, like literally, I hope he dies.
I still don't know what was going on with Stephen Magnet the day of the wedding.
He was being kind of a dick.
Like he was just.
The wedding is everything.
Everything.
Fuck
all right, guy. Jeez.
Fuck him too.
Hey, I'm
I only
really
like
nervous
Fluttershy.
about this. Well, you should be, because death. But yeah.
I only like Fluttershy.
Yeah.
I want
Everyone else.
it might exist, but I want a comic of like not even a one-off, just like a lot of comics of just Spike and Smolder hanging out, like Smolder just being a big sister to Spike. I want it a lot.
Well, there's tons of
Actually,
comics like those I could send you.
Are they lewd?
No.
The important thing
I
here
love
is that they're not lewd.
I love the way Hero said that. Are they lewd?
No, actually.
Like I saw your head like cocked to the side. Are they lewd?
They're actually sweet.
Then send them to me. Yeah.
All right, I'll find them.
Sweet and scandalous.
No skin. I just want it complete.
Just sweet.
Those ones are when Spike's buff. I'll send those later.
All right.
Kevin had a second question in there. In terms of personality, which characters from either of those series do you guys associate yourselves with the most? Apple Jam.
What? Derpy hooves?
That's a good one for you, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one do you associate with?
Hayseed turnip truck.
Definitely Starlight. Starlight, I feel like is if they just like put an adult viewer in the show.
just rolling her eyes at
You are-
everything.
Yeah.
You are the one to bring sanity to this order. Or to this chaos. In some ways, in my practice, Discord.
Yeah.
Jax would be bulk biceps.
I don't work out that much. Well, let me see. Because I'm like tolerable Rainbow Dash, so I'm like Zips, I guess. So let's see.
Yeah, Jax is like Rainbow Dash. Paleo's like Rainbow Dash. Saberspark's like Rainbow Dash.
How really is Zip like Rainbow Dash? Like, the more I think about it, I'm like, is she though?
Only because she flies and has colors and is like kind of not super traditionally feminine.
She's not traditionally feminine. Yeah, that's the part
That's literally it.
You know what he said traditionally?
No, because she says the P line, you know, like she will compliment you for your P.
Traditionally predatory animals.
I gotta find that again.
Zark7 has send a super chat here. Thank you, Zark. Sarah, what is the question?
This is let's see, pointed at Saber, Paleo, and Matt. Have you read WSJ expose on Bobby and ActiBliz? Matt, any thought on the lawsuit? I feel like the fact that Jen's exit, the lady who played a huge part in Crash and Tony Hawk's revival, is a huge blow to them. I have no idea. Hopefully, Paleo, maybe, do you know anything about this?
Yeah, yes. I know that Saber and Tom have been working on like a what ruined Blizzard slash Activision, because Blizzard Activision owns Blizzard, or they're merged. But yeah, there's like more stuff that keeps coming out about it. So all you have to know is that Bobby's like a huge piece of shit. So
We've known this for a long time.
yeah, we've known it for quite a while, but like it's like, wow, he's like an even bigger piece of shit than we thought.
Yeah, it was bizarre when Jen, I forget her last name. I wanted to say Blake, that is not a completely different person. But Jen, whatever her last name was, left the company because she had just gotten there like a month prior, and we were like, yeah, we got a female in the seat. I can't remember exactly what position, the high position, alongside I forgot the guy's name too. Jeez, not important. Anyways, but like, Blizzard was under fire, like hella under fire. They had the literal balls. I don't even want to call it balls, but I feel like that's like almost like praising them. They had the gall. There we go. They had the gall to pay her less than what is it name? No, Matt Moore had someone different. I forgot the other dude's name. But yeah, they paid her less. So in the same position while they were under fire for being shitty towards women. I was like, are you guys like actually no, like genuinely, are you like idiots? And then she left because apparently she was actually sexually harassed in the month that she was in that position. And she, who went into that position with like high hopes, so like, we can change, like how women are treated in this particular like company. She went in with those high hopes and she left saying that she actually had no hopes in a month. Ooh. How shitty must your company? I'm sorry, I'm getting heated, but
it's all right.
It's bad. Blizzard's bad right now. Activision's bad right now. I say right now. You know what I mean.
Yeah, they've been on decline.
But at least they renamed McCree to Shoot Gun Magoo.
What is his new
Shoot
name?
Gun McGee.
Mike Ibarra, thank you. That's his name. Yeah, Jen O'Neill and Mike Ibarra, thank you.
What's the new name, Sarah? Do you remember?
I don't, because it's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's really dumb.
Isn't it coleslaw?
It's
coleslaw.
I hope so.
I haven't seen anything bad specifically about Mike Ibarra yet. What's his name? Cole Cassidy.
It is almost coleslaw.
Still told coleslaw.
Yeah, coleslaw.
That's what I thought the second I heard it.
But yeah, Saber and Tom do not have a like I was trying to think of the word of like some when you have little or something, but it's actually like a lot.
When you have a little something, but
small fortune.
Yeah, they have a lot to choose from when talking about Activision and Blizzard for their video that they're going to do eventually.
Yeah.
There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, it just keeps growing too.
She would
like
stop
every
growing.
month.
It's just like, and you know what? This makes me feel bad, but like it's the reality. Like they had Burning Crusade Classic, and I was like, I don't need to play that. But once they get to Wrath of the Lich King Classic, I'm like, oh baby, I'm full in. But now I almost feel like I can't. Like anyone can do like whatever they want. They can have their own thresholds for like what they like when they want to participate in the company's product and when they feel like they should stop. But I think I've reached that threshold, a few months back. I was like, can I play Wrath of the Lich King Classic? I don't know if I just don't know if I can.
Everything's been lost. Like Final Fantasy is capitalized on it, and at this point, I feel like one of the coolest things about Blizzard was its legacy, was its reputation of being cool with its fans, and I'm like, it's gone now.
It's absolutely tarnished.
Well, I was looking at, and it's like, cause I was looking at their stock just because like that's money talks, and like their shares have almost dropped back to where it was at the low point of 2020 with the crash, which is like, dude, that's fucking awful. Like a video game company that couldn't keep its gains, let alone drop back to the lows. Like you have to be some extra level of muscle.
Oh, you mean Electronic Arts?
Activision.
Yeah.
I don't know where EA is, but like, I mean, it's like financially your franchises are like frozen. Like, what are you doing with Warcraft? What are you doing with StarCraft or Overwatch or Diablo? It's like you're not making any big moves, or you're halting it. And then if I had any kind of leeway there, I'd say we're starting over completely with the leadership. We're gutting it out. This is a brand new cleaning of the slate. We're starting over, going back to our roots.
Yeah,
that's what I would do.
It's not enough to get rid of Bobby Kotick. They need to get rid
whole
of the
board
of directors too. Yeah,
which is tough because those are all the folks in charge.
What was that letter? The statement. Okay, so I was already mad.
Yeah. The board of directors was like, we stand with Bobby Kotick. Is like, yeah, you guys need to go too.
They didn't really say that, but they didn't not say it, and by not saying it, they actually just said it. And I was just like, okay, so you're not gonna kick him out. Okay, so just everyone sucks. Everyone sucks. Okay, gotcha.
I think they're hoping that this would blow over, but it's like the thing about Blizzard is like, okay, give it a month, something else will happen. Like and I keep thinking, like, when's it gonna like stop? And it's like we're gonna find a bunch of dead orphans like under the CEO's like desk or something, and he's gonna be like, "Sorry, I ate them," and it's like, "What? Like, when's this stop?"
No, like I made a tweet about it, but like legitimately, I'm so tired. It's not just Blizzard. I'm just so tired of these stupid statements. That comes out when like a company is shitty, and the first thing that their statement says is, first of all, we care deeply about our employee. I was like, fuck you! No, you don't. You don't, because if you did, Bobby Cotter would. Again, I will stop. I will again be way too.
Or there's sorry letters that actually don't say sorry at all. It's more like sorry you feel that way. And Blizzard, for a company again that built so much of its franchise on being like, we're not the soulless corporations. We're not we're actually nerdy game devs who have good storytelling and fun games, and we're kind of like we're fans of games who make games. And that was the vibe I had until around. Tom said this. It's appropriate that the term cataclysm or was the first time where it's like, oh god, something's wrong. Isn't it great? How appropriate. So it's all gone downhill since then, with little like pops every now and then with like, oh, StarCraft. I'm sorry, Warcraft remastered. Nah, that wasn't that good.
No, it was actually terrible.
It was bad. Yeah.
Isn't it like with Warcraft 3 Reforged or whatever that you literally cannot play the original anymore through them?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Like you can't buy the original. It's like, what? Well, I guess I'll pirate the original then.
You know what gets me though, and I'll end on this on my side. Sorry, I'm just jumping into it, but the biggest contribution that, like, a century from now, the footprint that we'll see from Overwatch will be the fantastic SFM. You know,
yeah, the SFM torn out of Overwatch.
Yeah. That will last throughout the ages, but they'll be like, "No, Mercy, she's hot from Overwatch. What's that?" It's like game. There's a game.
Oh, God. There was a game out of this.
The art will live on. They're so squishy.
Coleslaw and the SFM.
Yeah.
Well,
just to touch on the lawsuit side of things, I think everyone's covered the majority of it. From my standpoint as a lawyer, I don't know enough about the lawsuit itself. Looks like it was only filed in July of 2021. You know, I'm going to let the process take care of itself. Put me on the jury, then I'll let you know what I really think about it. But right now, as we're still figuring out what's going on, we may already know colloquially, but until we find out what the discovery has, what the evidence that will be admissible at a trial is, I'm going to quote Harry Potter here, what happened between you and Professor Quirrell is a complete secret, so naturally the whole school knows. Let it all settle down. Let's figure out truth from fiction. I'm sure there's a lot of horrible stuff, but let's make sure it's applicable to this particular case. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong, but let's make sure it's applicable to this particular lawsuit, which is a challenging thing to do sometimes. So
right.
I see, Matt.
Let everything play out as it is and see where the chips fall.
I envision Matt walks into court and goes, I am going to quote Harry Potter today to get you all on my side. We got one more super chat here from Anime Guy 01 saying, I opened my packs, got... Sarah, I'm going to let you take it.
So he's talking about his Pokemon cards. Opened my packs, got Mew V Max, and more good stuff.
Very good, Anime Guy. Thank you for the super chat, and we want to thank all of our super chatters from today. Anime Guy 01.
Christina, Fort Canyon, Dragon, Nathaniel Foga, and Zark.
All right. Thank you for all of your generosity, everybody. And thank you to our live viewers here interacting with us throughout the night. And, of course, a shout-out to all of the podcasters here joining in for this Semi-Perfect podcast. We've made it into December 2021. We will be back in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Should be
But
the
this
15th.
card looks sick.
What is what? Who?
New VMAX? I looked it up. I was like, what's VMAX? I looked it up.
Oh,
The
yeah,
card
the
looks
card.
sick.
Ooh.
Sick as in good or sick as in ill?
Good.
sick, like terrible.
Yeah, that looks bad, bro. That isn't good. Yeah, she a baddie, yo.
We'll be back on the 15th of December. So
That's my birthday.
Yeah.
Are you gonna ditch
Poor
us?
Spider-Man.
Like Nora did.
No, I'll be here.
Thank you, Paleo. Well, we're going to sing happy birthday to Paleo on our next podcast. Thank you all for watching. You all have a great rest of your night. We will see you in 2 weeks.
And ponies.
Bye.
Bye. Wow.